Chazaku Baruch, B'ezrat Hashem Mincha is going to be at 8 p.m. Please be on time. What happens in a case, as we mentioned already a few times in the past, that the person was kovea seuda and patva v'kisanin. So he had cookies, he had cakes, and the amount of a kviyut sida, 216 grams, and he said, Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. And one of those times, they say he regularly eats it as bread, and usually he has 216 grams, and one time he was about to, he had in mind to have 216 grams, and in the middle he kind of felt like, you know what, I'm not really in the mood, and he doesn't want to have more than 216 grams. He only wants another one piece, he doesn't want another 3 pieces. So what's the halacha? He already did netilat yadayim, he already said hamotzi lechem min haaretz, because he had in mind to have more, and now he's having less. So can he continue on reliance of that bracha, and does that bracha count as a bracha that is valid, or is that a bracha levatara? Especially the netilat yadayim, which he did, which comes out, if he doesn't have 216, then he shouldn't have done the netilat yadayim. So the halacha actually says, interestingly, that the brachot that he made up till that point was not a bracha levatara, because he really genuinely had in mind that he was going to have 216 grams. And therefore those brachot were valid in what he needed to do with that mindset. Now he's changing his mind because of some obviously compelling reason. He says, you know what, I can't do it. That's fine. He's allowed to go ahead and to do that. And then what would be interesting is, even though he said hamotzi lechem min haaretz, and that bracha sort of will count for what he's eating now, but he should still say ala michya. He shouldn't say birkat hamazon, because that's a question of, okay, I know I didn't have 216 grams, so since I know that, I can't say birkat hamazon, which is the basic requirement is to have that much. So he says ala michya, and then he can go ahead and continue about on his day. But the only time you would say birkat hamazon is when there's 216 grams. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen.